Well, to me, fashion, I think fashion's the most easily translatable form of art because it's what people's, it's what, I'm gonna end up quoting fucking Devil Wears Prada here, but it's what people wear, it's what people live in it. It's, you know, if you go to an art gallery and you see a piece of art, that's one form of art, but people have to go and see it, whereas fashion, you literally see millions of people wearing it like every day. Every single person is completely identifiable to their fashion.
When you're creating a collection, you're creating something, it just kind of flows with the initial idea. So, you know, some initial ideas, if you're looking at some vintage, you know, clothing, or you're looking at a certain time period, sometimes things like pushing gender is not really a thing, so you wouldn't really do it. But for me, I kind of design very glamorous, sophisticated clothes. I kind of I love looking at, you know, pushing texture and print as well. I love mixing prints, so yeah.
My style, when it comes to fashion, I kind of want to take the piss a little bit. I don't like things to be taken too seriously or too literally. I like having references and things that people can immediately understand what I'm talking about. I don't want things to be a bit interpretive. I want someone to look at my work and be like, oh, that's a yellow coat because it's inspired by this, or it's inspired by that. I like things to be immediately recognized.
Sit down.
Shit now.
So what does it mean to be a young fashion designer today?
Emma, what would you say to that? Because I actually don't know.
What does it mean to be a young fashion designer today?
Yeah.
It means we have the power.
I think my style abolishes gender stereotypes and breaks the stigma around gender clothing. I find studying at Kingston comes with its challenges and benefits, but it does prepare me for the real world and how challenging it will be in the industry.
I think the hardest thing about being a designer is keeping up with trend circulation and coming up with something new. I think there's always that pressure of coming up with something new, but everything's already been done before. No one's really unique anymore. So you've got to really put your own take on it, your own twist. And, you know, that takes a lot of brain power to come up with something that's fresh and new. To study at Kingston is tough. It is tough, but they're teaching us and preparing us for the future and for our careers as fashion designers. And they teach us in all areas. So I specialise in knitwear, but we're trained in Illustrator and on the computers, and we do sewing and pattern cutting, and you know, they're very all round on the course, and I think that's the best thing about it. It really prepares us for the future. To be a fashion designer in the fashion industry, you have to be very driven and passionate about your craft. It's a very competitive industry and there's not many jobs out there, so you really have to work hard. And I think being at Kingston, when it's one of the top universities in the country for fashion, you know, you really have to practice, you know, working hard. To me, fashion is a way of expressing your creative side, your passion and your drive for your craft, and showing who you are as a person.